Hello Flight Sim fans and welcome to the Practically Geek channel. In today's video I've travelled to California on America's west coast to visit something a bit different. I'm not at a landmark or airport, but at the iconic Hooper Heliport located in downtown Los Angeles. This is a new Payware scenery developed by iniBuilds, and it's their first product to venture into the helicopter market. Hooper Heliport is available now and can be purchased from their website, which I've linked in the description down below. If you do enjoy this video, give it a massive like and please consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel for more flight simulator and aviation content just like this. Hooper Heliport 58 Charlie Alpha is located 1 nautical mile northeast of the central business district of Los Angeles on the roof of the C. Irwin Piper Technical Center, making it the largest rooftop heliport in the world. The LAPD's Air Support Division is the largest Metropolitan Police aviation unit in the US with 16 helicopters. The Piper Technical Center is also used as a parking lot for some of the LAPD's motor pool, including marked and unmarked units, vans, buses, motorcycles, and the V100 SWAT armored cars. Before we explore the iniBuilds add-on, let's have a look around the default scenery for Hooper Heliport and the surrounding area. Starting off with the most obvious observation, and that's the fact that we have actually got the true representation of the heliport within the default scenery. A massive area of California has photogrammetry coverage already in the sim, so it wasn't a surprise to see the real buildings when I got here. Although it's a positive and things do look good from a certain height, we still get some negatives like the insane amount of trees around this neighborhood and lining the San Bernardino freeway. Hopefully when helicopters join the sim later this year we will see improvements to the bridges, as we are going to be getting closer to them than ever before. That brings me on to another negative, which is how awful the Cesar Chavez and San Bernardino freeway bridges look. All bridges along the Los Angeles River look terrible in fact, and although we are getting photogrammetry data to mimic the structures, they don't look realistic but more like 2D cardboard cutouts. At this point it won't come as a shock, but photogrammetry data, as I mentioned, looks great from a certain height. The Piper Technical Center with its car park full of LAPD vehicles looks pretty good. Heading for a closer look, however, and things become as blocky as Tetris. You can even see the LAPD helicopter data struggling to create a gap between the rotor blades and the ground. I was surprised when I was able to land my Airbus 125 on the roof alongside the other police helicopters, which again at this distance look like cardboard cutouts. The Metro HQ building actually looks good. At first I thought it was a handcrafted building, but apparently not. Union Station, the largest railroad passenger terminal in the western United States, however, looks like something from a zombie apocalypse film, overrun with trees and barely visible building structures. But like I said before, all these things I'm bringing up won't come as a surprise. We know the photogrammetry data is streamed in and most of the time is only meant to be appreciated from above, but I wanted to give you a good look at this area before we head into the Payware scenery, where I'm sure iniBuilds have made some much needed improvements. With all that being said, let's take a look at the new iniBuilds add-on for Hooper Heliport and see just how much they've improved this scenery. I'll see you back in LA in just a moment. Welcome back to the City of Angels here in California. The weather is amazing and I've just finished off a slam burger at Denny's. So let's explore the iniBuilds add-on for Hooper Heliport to see just how much they've improved this scenery. Starting from above the Los Angeles River looking towards the Piper Center, and everything looks absolutely stunning. Union Station, Metro HQ, the Technical Center, and even the Denny's restaurant have all been handcrafted to a brilliant level of detail. The two bridges mentioned before have been upgraded too. The Cesar Chavez and San Bernardino freeway bridges now look excellent with custom modelled supports and ground textures. Another fantastic touch is the massive electric towers running along the river. Each individual power line is visible, adding a great level of immersion. Let's get closer in for a better look. We'll make our way from the Cesar Chavez Bridge along the river, passing by the San Bernardino Freeway, then onto Union Station and the Metro HQ. There has been a lot of great modelling done for the bridges in this scenery. The detail is amazing. The custom street lamps, stone archways and the road markings all look incredible. The whole area running between the two bridges is actually pretty amazing. The various custom modelled assets scattered along the side of the heliport building and the LA River are very well implemented, like the railroad tracks and Metrolink trains. Not as visually pleasing as the Cesar Chavez Bridge, but modelled to a similar standard is the San Bernardino Freeway Bridge. The custom street lamps add some character to a fairly basic structure. It will be interesting to see what these look like at night. Along the freeway there are some really nice road signs authentically textured to match the real ones found in LA. The text is clear and can be read from a distance. The green boards are coated with bits of dirt, which looks great. Denny's also gets a nice upgrade, including the yellow sign overlooking the restaurant, and a pretty good parking lot with a lovely variety of great looking custom car models. Over the road we find ourselves at the much improved Union Station. It no longer looks like a jungle full of trees and bushes, but rather a true representation of the main station here in Los Angeles. The individual platform shelters have been added in with metal supporting beams modelled for added detail. The station building itself looks stunning. The glass half dome looks incredible as it reflects the sun, a brilliant use of PBR texturing from iniBuilds. I'm actually blown away by the bus station just outside the train station. It has been recreated with such precision and looks absolutely stunning. Excellent work. Metro HQ had a good photogrammetry model in the default scenery, and it didn't look too bad at all. With that said, in the add-on we get a handcrafted version of the building complete with a usable helipad at the top, which by the way looks brilliant. Moving closer to the Piper Technical Center, you can see the whole building has been custom modelled to a really high standard. The carpool is packed with jeeps, vans, SWAT trucks and the LAPD patrol cars. Under the access ramps leading to the roof are a selection of detailed static vehicles. I think for an area that could have easily stayed empty and probably gone unnoticed, iniBuilds have gone the extra mile to add in more immersion to the scenery. The forklift cleaning trolleys, road cleaners and prison vans are lovely little touches in my opinion. The massive amount of car models on the roof initially got me thinking frame rates and stutters. The vehicles are pretty well detailed and close to the helipads, which meant there could be a drop in performance. But I was wrong. Performance is great and I can take off and land, albeit pretty badly, without any jitters or major frame drops. That takes us nicely onto the largest rooftop heliport in the world, and stick around because it looks just as good, if not better, at night. Let's start off by talking about the stunning ground textures and markings. Each individual light in the ground has been modelled and placed by hand. The floor has dirt and weathering throughout and even has small storm drains. The Air Support Division logo looks incredible and probably one of the most high resolution custom images I've seen in an add-on. Just off to the side is the heliport building. It too has been faithfully recreated with the same attention to detail as all the other buildings in this add-on. The animated flag and signage along with the aerials and satellite dishes all look really great. The selection of ground clutter underneath looks good, making this small area feel more alive. Those large ceiling lights also look brilliant. In fact, I wonder if they look good at night. Roll back your watches and clocks, guys. It's time to check out the night lighting for Hooper Heliport. Just as I hope, they do illuminate and they do it pretty well. Off to the left, you can also see the wall-mounted apron lights, which are shining down realistically over the helipads. From above, we can see just how good the night lighting implementation is. Everything looks very convincing. The power line towers have red aircraft warning lights on them. The bridges are lit up with their custom street lamps. And off in the distance, we can see the Union Station building entrance with the very real-looking faked interior lighting. Oh yeah, and just look at the bridge lights reflecting in the LA River below us. I absolutely love the blue lighting running along the edge of the roof, but how amazing do the apron spotlights look shining down from the heliport building, and obviously those brilliant green helipad lights are just stunning. What about the top of the tall Metro HQ building? Well, it also looks awesome. Check out the reflections from the green lights on the helipad surface. I think iniBuilds have done a fantastic job with the night lighting for this scenery. Each area of this add-on has been thought about and executed to a really high standard. It's amazing work. For a better look at the changes iniBuilds have made to Hooper Heliport, let's take a look at my split screen before and after presentation, which will show you the default scenery at the top and the Payware add-on at the bottom. Feel free to pause it throughout to get a closer look at both sceneries side by side. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea, sit back and enjoy. Hooper Heliport is available now from the iniBuilds website, priced at, get this, £4.99. I paid $5.99 in the end with the added 20% VAT, but even so, I'd say it's a steal for what you are getting. If you are interested in buying Hooper Heliport, I've popped a link to the iniBuilds website in the description. Upon completing your purchase, you will be prompted to download and install the ini Manager, which is very simple. After entering your login details into the application, it will sync all iniBuild products you have bought and give you the install button, which then automatically does everything for you. It's a pretty easy and convenient way to manage all your iniBuild add-ons. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a massive like and please consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel for more flight simulator and aviation content just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.